What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. And today our main course is 5-layer lasagna, and we're making this with spinach and ground turkey. Let's get into it. So our first step will be to dice our fresh vegetables. So right now I'm dicing a green pepper, then I'm going to dice my red pepper, and then I'm going to dice my onion. Next step, boil about 12 lasagna noodles. Now, to start off with our meat, we're gonna initially pour about 2 tablespoons of olive oil into a skillet. We're gonna cut our heat to about medium. We're gonna just let that get hot in the skillet first. Now add 1 teaspoon of minced garlic to the skillet. And you're gonna wanna saute this minced garlic for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now, after sauteing your minced garlic, what you're gonna wanna do is add your onions, red bell peppers, and your green bell peppers. You're gonna wanna saute these for about 7 to 8 minutes. Now, once you see that your vegetables are beginning to be translucent and they are tender, it's time to add your ground turkey. Now, depending on the package of ground turkey that you actually purchased, this ground turkey that I have is more lean, so it doesn't really transmit that much juice, so I don't have to drain this. So we're gonna go right into it and begin to start seasoning our meat. Now, if you know me by now, if you've been watching my videos, you know certain dishes you just can't measure. So we're gonna just season that ground turkey with some seasoning salt until you feel like it's enough. We're gonna add some garlic powder next. Now season some more with some onion powder. Now season with some Italian seasoning. And we're gonna finish our seasoning mix with some ground black pepper. Now stir all your ingredients and continue to saute until you see that your ground turkey is completely cooked. That means no pink, mostly that light brown color. Now, in my opinion, I believe that you should just go directly dead into your meat with this first can of sauce. You don't have to let anything cool down. You don't have to remove anything. You don't have to drain it. Just add your first can of tomato sauce. And then right after you add your first can of tomato sauce, continue to stir everything until it's fully integrated. that's fully integrated, then you can go ahead and proceed to add your second can of tomato sauce. Now what I like to do is I like to add 1 can of tomato paste. What this tomato paste does is it creates more of a thicker sauce, so that when you actually scoop that lasagna out of that pan, it doesn't just like run of just straight sauce. It keeps everything more so together. So add about a can of tomato paste and just continuously stir everything until it's fully integrated. Once you see everything's completely mixed, then you're done. You can just set this aside. Now for your spinach, this is just quick. Just saute it with water and olive oil and you are good to go. Now for your cheese layer, we are not just scooping cheese onto this lasagna noodles. We are going to create a cheese mixture. So we're gonna first off scramble 3 eggs. Now, after whipping these eggs up, what you're gonna do is add about 3/4 of this entire package of whole milk ricotta cheese to this egg mixture, and just continuously whip and stir this until it's all one consistency. What this is doing is creating a really nice thick base for your cheese sauce. What I love to do is I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese into this mixture. And then I also, this is just one of my little small tips. You can add some mozzarella cheese or like some Asiago cheese or any kind of Italian cheese. Put that on top of this base and man, it's gonna melt like perfect together. Like, whew. No, like seriously. But anyway, we are done with the cheese sauce. Set this aside. Now get you a nice baking dish and we're gonna line the bottom of this baking dish with our first layer of meat sauce. Now spread this meat sauce on the bottom of your baking dish, and then we're gonna line this up with those boiled noodles that we have already drained. We're gonna put 3 noodles side by side by side.
Dice is on the beat.
And hey, I know this isn't the neatest, but it's gonna come out extremely delicious. Just trust me, stick with this process. Now take your meat sauce mixture that we made earlier, and we're gonna pour this first layer all over these noodles and make sure every noodle, every part of the noodle is fully covered. Boom, finish that layer. Now take 3 more noodles and line these directly over this layer, and we're gonna proceed to add our cheese layer. Now this is the easy part. Now just take that cheese mixture we made earlier with the egg and just pour this all on top of these noodles. And this is where we're gonna sneak our spinach in. So take your spinach that you had just cooked, place it directly on top of this cheese mixture after you layer it completely over the noodles, and boom, you got your cheese and spinach layer. Man, now y'all can see this is coming together. This is looking like a lasagna. Now, some people can just say, hey, I just want my 2 to 3 layers. But now, we're going to take it up 2 more notches. So get 3 more noodles and layer this lasagna so we can start our next layer. Now let's layer this layer with some more meat and sauce. And now our final layer. Now what makes this layer so special, we're gonna again hit this with a ricotta egg cheese mixture, but we're gonna take shredded mozzarella, Asiago, any Italian style cheese, and cover this entire layer with non-stop shredded cheese. So we're gonna get a really good cheesy top. Now the hard work is over. Now it's time to put aluminum foil on the top of this, and we're gonna bake this at 400 for about 45 minutes. And then for the last 10 minutes, we're gonna remove this foil and let our cheese brown at the top. Oh my God, man. Like, do y'all see this lasagna? Do you see the cheese on the spatula? Like, this is heaven. This is what heaven must look like. No, but on a serious note, take your spatula, make your cuts, and you're done. It's time to enjoy this lasagna. Look at this. I couldn't even get all 5 layers on the spatula my first time. Like, this is what you call some delicious lasagna. Jesus Christ. The Lord is my Savior. I don't care what anybody says. This is some of the best lasagna that you can even ever have. But thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Please comment below, share this recipe to all of your friends, like, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. Please stay tuned for the next videos, and we out here.